Cash. The NBA playoff train is moving right along, man. We are now in the second round, and business has just picked up. And ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another episode of the Real to Sports Talk Show. Today, we're going to talk about the antics of Pat Beverly. The Joker has entered basketball immortality, becoming a three-time MVP. Something a little fishy about that, but we're going to talk about it. And Frank Vogel is out in Phoenix, and Mike Budenholzer is in. The musical chairs of NBA coaches strikes again. And at the end of the show, man, we got an NFL Trivia Showdown. As the Real Sports NFL Trivia champion, Q-Dogg is putting his title on the line against Mr. Episode himself. Young Mark, man, young Mark. We basketball heavy today, and we got it all for you guys, ladies and gentlemen, right here on the Real to Sports Talk Show.
Can't accept the loss, I'm hard-headed. There's a little bit of madness to my method. Many falling off that fine line that I'm treading. I risk anything to be great, and I'm not letting nobody rob me of my victory. Number one, that's what I'm meant to be. When by any means, only thing that makes sense to me, I can make nice or make history. I got that dog in me, yeah. Turn me up, big energy, got the crowd going nuts. I got that dog in me, yeah. I take on anyone, I don't need a one-on-one. I got that dog in me, yeah. I'm talking all bite, no bark. I could rip your squad apart. I got that dog in me, so what's up? Yeah, so what's up? I told her move over, enough of that mediocre. I've been the man since cruising around in the stroller. I got ice in my veins like a cut in Minnesota. Why not show you how I'm built? Come a little closer, ayy. Lot of heartbeats, or give head start, still get the same result. I'm about mine, don't you get it confused. I'ma win again, yeah, that's all that I do. I got that dog in me, yeah. Turn me up, big energy, got the crowd going nuts. I got that dog in me, yeah. I take on anyone, I don't need a one-on-one. I got that dog in me, yeah. I'm talking all bite, no bark. I could rip your squad apart. I got that dog in me, so what's up?
All right, man. Thank you guys so much for being here with us on this Saturday afternoon. Wherever in the world you are right now, man, we are the Real Sports Podcast, and we are your destination for real analysis and opinions on anything and everything sports related, whether it's NFL, NBA, UFL, MLB, whatever you want, we got it. So you can follow us on all social media platforms, and you can join our sports group on Facebook. Type in the search bar, Real to Sports Group, and sign up. All right, man, I got one of the greatest. I got the greatest of all time sitting right here, man. They are the very great Real to Sports Podcast panel. Saxonville is in the building. Boston Celtics, 17-time world champion Boston Celtics, representing Trevor Lawrence and the Jacksonville Jaguars. Just chill with it, ladies and gentlemen. It is coming from the DMV himself, Rockstar Rock.
Let's How go, everybody Rock. Doing? Let's Happy go, Mother's Day to all the moms out there.
Word.
And Boston, we got a big game tonight, man. Better show up. And
better show up.
Trevor Lawrence for MVP next season.
Hey, ain't nothing wrong with that, baby. Ain't nothing wrong with that. Representing the Buzz City, the Charlotte Hornets. Charlotte Hornets, ladies and gentlemen. And representing Max Crosby and a 3-time Super Bowl champion, the Las Vegas Raiders, Oklahoma State's alumni. He is Mr. Episode. He is the king of predictions. He is the pioneer of the Real Sports Podcast. Ladies and gentlemen, and also the host of On the Mark, bringing you that good UFL news. It is Mr. Young Mark.
Hey, man. Good to see everybody. It's May, so I just want to say happy Mental Health Awareness Month to everybody out there. If you're dealing with mental health issues, you're not alone. There's no stigma attached to mental health. You can get help and you can live a nice, healthy life just like yours truly does each and every week here on the Real to Sports Podcast. And I just want to say, Trevor Lawrence has as much chance to win league
Oh
MVP
damn!
as the Arena Football League has of turning their season around. So good luck with that,
Good
T-Rock.
Lord, jeez, he shot fire and sunshine, bro.
Trevor Lawrence,
Who
Mr.
y'all quarterback?
Interception himself.
What's
Who
up with
y'all
that one,
quarterback?
bro?
Who y'all quarterback?
You ain't
Guy
lying.
the guy that shut down y'all stadium, right? We gonna
Oh, here you go.
okay.
You let that go, T-Rock. That was years ago, bro.
He started with sunshine, bro. I got the OG. You know I gotta have the OG in there. OG representing the 17-time NBA champion himself, the Los Angeles Lakers, and representing Justin Jefferson and the mighty Minnesota Vikings. He is the Riddle Sports NFL Trivia Champion, the legendary Q-Dogg, the dog. What's up, dog?
What's going on, people? What's going on? Glad y'all was able to tune in today. I'm just so excited that my boys, the Vikings, we got a new dog on defense, Dallas Turner. Yes, sir. And I can't wait to release this dog right here. This dog, they say he got a mean grill on him, so I can't wait to this thing to get right with Brian Flores, baby. Let's do it.
Let's do it. And I got you, Q.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Them horns.
Yes, sir.
Dallas Turner's, man, I'm telling you, the dude's a man child, bro.
Yes, sir.
He's a beast. I'm telling you, he's a beast. I'm telling you, I'm gonna leave it alone. I ain't gonna say nothing else about it.
Yes, sir.
I ain't gonna say nothing else about it. That dude's nice. It's good. It's good. I'm telling you, he's something special, bro. I'm gonna leave it be. But ladies and gentlemen, again, thank you guys for watching the show. I got Mark, I got the OG, and I got Rockstar Rock here, and they're finna bring you one hell of a show. So everybody sit back, get you a cold beverage, and listen to these guys do what they do. Let's start the show off, man. We got old Pat Beverly. Oh boy. All right, Pat Beverly. He's suspended for 4 games. For his game 6 antics against the Indiana Pacers. Milwaukee Bucks guard Patrick Beverly has been suspended 4 games without pay for forcefully throwing a basketball multiple times at spectators in an inappropriate interaction with a reporter during media availability. It was announced by Joe Dumars, the executive vice president and head of basketball operations. Beverly's actions took place during and after the Bucks 120-98 loss to the Indiana Pacers in Game 6 of their first round playoff series on May 2nd at Gainbridge Fieldhouse. Now let's go with Rockstar Rock on this one, shall we? Let's go with the Rock. Should the league been more hard punishment-wise on Patrick Beverly? Because I mean, bro, 4 games for that. Do you think it should be a little bit more, or how would you punish this guy?
Well, first off, I think it's a little bias.
True to the game.
What's up, Drew? True to the game.
True to the game.
I think it's a little biased with how they handing down these punishments in the NBA.
Oh hell yeah!
Because Jamal Murray could have hurt multiple people on the court when he threw his heat pad and the towel on the court and got fined $100K. But the NBA, did they even do an investigation to see what the person had said to Pat Beverly to make him throw a basketball at them? I've never met Pat Beverly in my life, never known, but I know what he does on the basketball court is different with how he handles himself outside of the basketball court. And in the heat of the moment, he on the court, he just lost. You know what I'm saying? So we don't know. I don't know the specifics about what was said. Apparently on his podcast, he stated that it was some words. The person had said something to him that he has never heard someone say to him before. So that made him react to throwing a basketball at first he threw it at the wrong person. And then he got it back and then threw it at the person that he was really trying to aim at. So, you know, I mean, it is a bad look as far as as the optics of it and how we seen it on TV and things of that nature. But we seen the malice in Auburn Hills. We seen how fans, us being fans, we seen how our predecessors or our other humans out there that are fans just like us that are sitting there watching the game don't have control over themselves. That fight all started because a fan threw something at Ron Artest. This whole situation with a basketball being thrown at a fan started because the fan didn't know how to just conduct himself as a fan, as a human being. You don't know Pat Beverly, you know what I'm saying? But I do say, as far as what the punishment goes, it's a little biased. If you're going to suspend Pat Beverly for 4 games for something that was said to him in the heat of the moment, then you need to do the exact same thing to Jamal Murray, because he could have injured his own teammates, and he could have injured. Now, just imagine if Joker would have slipped on that. Imagine if Anthony Edwards would have slipped on that, or somebody else would have slipped on that and been out for the series. Then they would have probably found it. But you get that man $100K fine, and then he go out in the next game and cook. He should have been suspended. That's, you know what I'm saying? So that's
big
what
time.
my mentality is. If you're gonna hold Pat Beverly accountable for what he did after the game, you need to hold Jamal Murray accountable for what he did during the course of the game.
I agree. I totally agree with that. He shouldn't. Go ahead. Because I agree. That's a great goddamn point right there.
I think he should have been fined.
Yeah.
Because I think when they get suspended, I think in the NBA, they rules is when they suspended it, they getting fined anyway for the amount of days that they're not playing. So, you know, him serving a 4-game suspension on top of the fine, you know, that I just think, you know, that's just too much, especially for Pat Beverly. And I think he got a raw end of the deal because he's one of those guys in the league that is looked at as one of the tough guys in the league, like Draymond, like back in the day, Boogie Cousins, some of the tough guys that would get suspended off of just speaking out and saying something. So I just think he didn't get a fair shot. I think he should have maybe got a fine, hit his pockets, but him being suspended, if you're not going to suspend Jamal Murray, then they shouldn't have suspended Pat Beverly.
I agree with that. I got a rant, but I'm going to leave it be for right now. Man, because Rock just really woken up the anger in me when he said it with the Jamal Murray. Holy hell. But Q, Pat Beverly, man, got suspended for 4 games throwing a basketball. If you was Adam Silver, if you were the NBA commissioner, you was Joe Dumars, who actually put the suspension on him, how would you discipline this guy? Or is 4 games good enough for him or more?
Well, I think they kind of, you know, when things like this go on, especially like we were talking about a playoff series and, you know, playoff basketball, you know, emotions tend to get more higher than a regular season game. And so I think that the commissioner and Joe Dumars, you know, when things like that act out, they tend to look directly at the players. But at the same time, you know, I look at the old school basketball and I look at that basketball now, you know, fans, you know, they're going to talk. They're going to say things. You know, the only thing I could see that what a fan did one time was Chris Paul, where they was trying to put their hands on his family. And that right there won't work. You can't be putting your hands on a man's family because the man has to protect his family. That's went a little too far. So I really think that to Rock's point, you know, they need to probably just look at not suspend these players, just look at what provoked these players, see what these fans are doing. Just kind of help these fans accountable just as much as you hold these players, because these players are human. Yeah. And what you're asking them to do is to just you know they're already riled up emotionally anyway, because so it won't take much to tick them off, because they're already pissed off about the way the game is going, how they're losing or whatever. And so that can happen to anybody that's out there playing in this intensity type of basketball. I just really feel that I just don't know. I think they just need to look at both sides. You know, you're talking about Jamal Murray, and we know the reason why that didn't happen, because if they were suspending him, you know, that's a serious. It's done. You know what I'm saying? I mean, the game we seen last night, or the play that we seen from him last night, that team wouldn't have had that. And so you talking about they knew that far as rating wise, or far as what a person means to a team, and which everybody should be held accountable. You're right about that, but they don't look at it like that. They looking at that what this would do for this team, and also what would this do for this series. They want this to be a competitive series. They don't want this. They want this series to be more drawn out. The more ratings they can get. It's all about that. But yeah, he should have been suspended. I mean, I don't think no player is above any rules. But we know we got certain players that certain key players. I say key players that they can't afford to have them suspended. Maybe a regular season game, yeah, they can go with that. But something like a playoff game in a 7-game series, that would be detrimental to the ratings and the after talk. And Minnesota would have went on and swept them. And Jamal Murray wouldn't got suspended. Maybe they would have came back and would have had their what else and all that. So these key players that they need, they tend to just brush them off, just to keep the ratings going, keep everything going on in the NBA. And but that's what we're looking at now. That's where we're headed. It's more like fan base. They got to keep the fans interested in the ratings and everything. So if you take away key players, this is the problem that you'll have. And so key players get away with a lot of things. And you look at him, then you look at Patrick Beverly. Like I say, they need to do more investigation of the fans, find out what turned them off or whatever, and do something to make that fan accountable, make some of these fans accountable, ban them from coming to certain games or whatever, you know what I'm saying? So you can make this an even playing side, even on both sides, because we're talking about emotions from both sides. We're talking about the players and the fans. So because fans they really can't irritate you. You're already at 9. Don't take much to get you at 10. And so Adam Silver and they need to look more into that. Far as be on the player side sometime. And far as we talk about dealing with the fans, but also these quote unquote these key players, these players that are detrimental to another team, when they do things, they need to be held accountable too. We just can't just sit there and take their apologies and everything the next day, because he's out there playing. He's out there doing what he's supposed to be doing, balling and all this kind of stuff like that. And he wasn't held accountable for his actions, and that's wrong. And that's wrong. That's terribly wrong. And I know they would have suspended him for at least one game. That would have did Denver chances in this series. But that's what they didn't want. So that's what we're looking at here.
Kissing his arse. Okay.
Basically.
Yeah. Episode. Because boy, I'm feeling it.
I emphatically disagree with T-Rock. I emphatically disagree with almost everything that he said. And I disagree with about 90% of what Q-Dogg said. I believe the fans should be held accountable. That is true. But one thing that separates basketball from the other major professional sports in America is basketball is like the one sport where the fans are literally as close as possibly can be to the players. So I feel like there should come higher standards, like Q-Dogg said. If you're going to be this close to our athletes, you need to be held to a certain level of expectations of behavior. But in regards to Pat Beverly, there is no excuse for what you did. I don't give a damn what was said. I don't care if they called you the N-word. I don't care if they said something about your mama. You don't get physical or interact with the fans at all. I understand we're human beings and we have emotions. Take your emotions out on the basketball court, not at the fans. Or if the fans are saying something rowdy, get security involved and get them kicked out of the game. Prime example, Russell Westbrook catches more heat and more hell from fans for absolutely no reason at all, more than any other player that I can think of in professional sports. You don't see him turning up on people and throwing basketballs at a woman's face and none of that crap. Russell He does get upset. It does bother him. He shows it, but he just does the right thing. He gets security involved. Security kicks him the hell out, and he continues to play basketball. When you're a professional athlete, you have to have a certain level of tough skin because you're going to catch heat from social media. You're going to catch heat from the traditional media. You're going to catch heat from the fans. And you're probably going to catch heat from your coaches and teammates. You have to be able to take those words and keep it pushing. Use it as fuel. Do like Michael used to do back in the day. Use it as motivation. But to sit here and try to justify Pat Beverly's actions by saying, "Oh well, this was said to him and he shouldn't have been suspended," and all that crap, BS, man. Like, how many times are we gonna sit here and allow Patrick Beverly to get away with stuff? He doesn't contribute on the court. He only averages about 8 points a game in his career. All he does is talk mad shit to players, and he can never back it up. He's a pain in the ass to deal with as a teammate. He's a pain in the ass to cover in the media. Hell, ESPN had him on Get Up one day. All he did was talk shit about everybody in the league, and they ain't had him back on since. So if it was me, I would be done with Pat Bev. If I was a team owner, I wouldn't touch him. I would let him serve out his suspension, but I wouldn't bring him back into my organization because he's not worth it. The play doesn't add up. The shit talking is too much. And to Q-Dogg's point, ratings be damned. Critical playoff series be damned. If you're in the playoffs and you're trying to win a championship, that should matter above anything else. I don't care what shit you talking about me. I am locked in. I am focused on trying to win a championship.
Hold on, Q.
I'm not worried about what anybody's got to say about me. Yeah. Draymond Green has gotten suspended multiple times because he does stupid shit in the playoffs, and the league doesn't care. So if his reputation get him a heftier sentence, why can't Pat Beverly's reputation get him a heavier sentence as well in this? Because at least in Draymond's case, he gets physical with people, but he's getting physical with other grown men who are basketball players, not a woman sitting in the stands who might be talking a little shit. So respectfully, I think the NBA went way too light on him. I would suspend him at least at minimum 20 to 30 games, if not half the season. The hell with him.
You know what, Mark? I agree with you because you took some of my rant. Fuck Pat Beverly. Yeah, fuck Pat Beverly. Fuck him. Because let me tell you why. I can't stand that dude. What he did with Chris Paul, was just totally unacceptable.
Oh yeah,
totally unacceptable. Totally. You lost. Chris Paul put a clinic on you, and you pushed this guy, and he wanted with his back turned. You push him.
It's a bitch move.
It's a bitch move. I don't respect that. Pat Beverly is a guy, and he's so hyped up about his defense. I don't see it. I never seen it. I never see him lock down nobody. This is a crybaby, bro. When he's winning, he does that little man thing. You seen last year with Minnesota, when he did the little man thing against the Grizzlies in the playoffs. He did the little man. Oh, he was hooping first quarter, but they turned around and lost the game. You see what I'm saying? He's a bunch of hype. But when he loses, he gets mad. This is what happened with Indiana. They lost. As you can, I read the score. What was the score? 120 to 98. You got the brakes beat off of you. You got the brakes beat off of you, and it was embarrassed. You was embarrassed, and you got mad at the fans because they was talking, and you got mad at the fans. You threw a ball at them, and then you go on media, and then you trying to promote your podcast. Pat Beverly, something mental is not going on. So he got a mental problem. He does because he got a lot of antics. Draymond Green do too. They got mental problems, bro. Draymond Green and Pat Beverly. Even Russell Westbrook, he has it too. But only thing about it, Russell Westbrook, I don't like about him when he get bothered, he messes up in the game. He gets in the game and he gets out of control. He lets what coming from the crowd. If a fan call him a bitch and he gets mad and get into it with that, it throws his whole. Russell Westbrook is a guy. If he was playing in the streets with me, I could talk smack to him and guarantee you he'll screw his whole game up. He's weak-minded. Pat Beverly the same way. Draymond Green the same way. Those three guys are the worst. And I know Russell Westbrook is great. He's the best out of the three. But those three guys need goddamn mental help. Fuck Pat Beverly. because it's terrible that he is a crybaby. When he's winning, he's doing the little man, and he got the crowd hype and all that. But then when he loses, as he just did with Indiana, he throws a ball at the crowd. I don't care if they call, and then he makes up something that talking about they call him something. They ain't nobody call him nothing. You made that up because you're trying to cover up the fact that you got the brakes beat off of you in Indiana. This guy cannot hold a job. Pat Beverly, I don't even know why he's in the league. He started off with the Rockets, 2013 to 2017, right? He goes to the Clippers, 2017 to 2021. Then he goes to Minnesota, 21 to 22. Lakers, 22 to 23. Bulls, 23. Philadelphia Sixers, 23-24. All these are one-year teams. You there for 1 year. You know why?
He signed a 1 year contract.
Because it's fucking
Well,
but he sucks.
He took the Rockets the longest.
The Rockets, and he's out of there. After that, it started going down. That's when his antics started. He goes, I get him for his defense. Okay. If you're there for your defense, bro, you should be there for a few years more. I read these teams out quickly. From the Rockets, Clippers, okay, Timberwolves, Lakers, Bulls, Sixers, Bucks. The Bucks finna cut him. The Bucks finna cut him. You just starting to be a journeyman because you're a problem. You are a problem. Pat Beverly's a problem. I don't see nothing special about him as a player. I don't see this lockdown defense that they say. I don't see that. But I have zero respect for him for what he did to Chris Paul. It's a bitch move, and he's a crybaby, and he's all happy-go-lucky when he's winning. But when he loses and get the brakes beat off of you, then he want a goddamn starter antic. Same way with Draymond. Same way with Russell Westbrook. All three of them are pieces of shit to me. But go ahead, Q. Rant over.
I understand the point that you and Mark are making. You got valid points, but I got 2 questions I want to ask y'all. The first question I want to ask is that you sit there, you named all these teams that he's been on here, and why is it the fact that these teams keep picking them up?
Because of this quote unquote leadership, and he's supposed to be this dude. He's trying to coach players on the sideline. They ain't listening to him. But
I'm just saying. I mean, he had these 1 year bids with these teams, but constantly teams keep picking him up. Why do you think that? Why?
Deaf.
Because they need a tough guy in their locker room.
They need a tough guy. But
okay. Then. So that's the positive. Okay, what you're saying that these teams see. Okay, now they done seen in history that what he's done to these other teams, but they don't care nothing about that, right? It seems like that they care about one thing: what type of energy or the angle or whatever that he could bring to morale this team. Or something, it's something these teams keep seeing in him, they keep bringing him around. Even though we're pointing out all the negatives, it's something in him that teams just want to have. Because there's no way he can go through all these teams like that, and there's not something in him that these teams keep picking him up.
Do you see something?
And then, to me?
Yeah.
Do I see something?
Yeah.
I mean, maybe to what Rock was talking about. Maybe I might have the time of team that I need an energizer bunny like Draymond or Patrick Beverly to jumpstart my team because I got too many passive players, and we've been playing teams that I need somebody to bring some energy to. Maybe that's the only thing I can see.
So what's the jump? The jump start ain't leading nothing to a first round exit. That's all I see.
I can understand that. I can understand that. But at the same time,
Damian Lillard ain't out there playing defense. Damian Lillard ain't out there playing defense either. So that's why.
But realistically, I'm saying realistically, I understand what y'all saying. But look what's happening here. This man is constantly getting picked up. So there's something about him that they're overlooking what you're talking about.
Yeah.
There's something that they need from him. It's that they're not getting from other players in the league because this man is constantly getting picked up. They cut him, somebody else would be picking him up.
And I can see that, Q, because Draymond Green, as much as he done, but I can see Draymond, because Draymond's a great basketball player. He's very intelligent. He's a guy that can pass the ball. He makes things happen in Golden State. He makes it happen. Pat Beverly doesn't make nothing happen. He don't make nothing happen. Draymond Green,
what does he do? What does he do though?
Draymond,
He does. He does. You can tell that man has to do something for him to keep getting picked up with these teams. Tell me what does he do?
Tell me what does he do?
He would have been.
But he hasn't even been to the Western Conference or Eastern Conference. He's already.
I know. I understand what you're saying, Holmes. I understand what you're saying, but think what I'm trying. Think deep. What I'm trying to tell you is this: this man is constantly getting picked up. So it's something about him. I know that they might not get where they're going, but there's something about him that these teams think it's something they need.
Okay, so you tell me what?
Based off the analytics, he can defend at a high level.
If you're a team, and you're gonna get Pat Beverly, tell me why are you getting Pat Beverly? Tell me why.
I don't know. You tell me. Tell me it's something about him.
I can't tell you because I'm not picking him up.
To play defense on guard.
I'd rather get fucking Jeremy Lin or somebody.
But they don't care. They don't care about what he's done to these other teams. It's something about in him that they see they need.
But you know what it is, though, Q? It's part of it because he got a mouth.
It's the doctor.
Okay, with a mouth, what that brings to the team? Okay, with a mouth, what does that bring? What does that bring?
Drama.
Bring energy.
He brings drama. And drama, controversy is caused cash, right? Okay,
well, let me ask you a question. Do these teams must feel like you need that to play in the NBA these days? Do they feel like that? Because they would have never keep picking this man up if they fit these different teams and they don't feel like you need that.
Well, his luck gonna run out.
You need that. You need that to deal with certain players in the NBA. You need that to have that with your team to progress in the NBA. Maybe it's not working. I don't know. But a lot of these teams feel like that's something that they need because they keep picking them up. But, okay, that's my first question. My second question is this: where is he from?
Let's see where he's from. I got you, Mark.
You taking my job?
Yeah. He played for
He's from counter what Q?
He's from Chicago, ain't he?
Yeah, he's from Chicago.
If I can just counter what
where you from?
Q-Dogg.
No. Listen what I'm saying. This one, I'm going to bring up a point. Can I bring up my point here?
Yeah.
All right, you say you're from Chicago. A mean, rough city. Him growing up as a little boy. I know, Mark, you might throw your head all this and that, all this stuff. I played basketball, and I played with certain players. Certain players, when it comes to emotion or how they feel about the game, it's hard to get them to, they do things differently from other players. That's just how they are. But they're good players. They do this and do that. But if they lose or they do this, they have certain actions. They do this and they do that. Some people with their upbringing, where they coming from, it just, some of that still's in them. That street stuff still in him. And when they get to that point, when it all mixed up chemistry on the inside of him, he exploits it. But teams don't care nothing about that. They'll keep picking this man up because there's something about him that he like, maybe like T-Rock said, the energy, the little defense that he bringing or whatever. It's something, he getting picked up by multiple teams. So you can't sit there and tell me it's something about, they wouldn't pick him up if it wasn't but something that every team likes about this man.
It's a guard league.
The only thing I can say
still defend the guards in the league, he gonna be on somebody's team. As long as Draymond can defend stretch fours, he gonna be on somebody's team. As long as Russell Westbrook can guard hybrid point guards and two guards and threes and wings, he gonna be in the league. My point was, I said he shouldn't have been suspended because Jamal Murray didn't get suspended. I ain't condone the actions that he did for you to disagree with me, Mark. I didn't condone his actions by one bit. But if you're going to suspend him for 4 games, you should have suspended the dude Jamal Murray for at least 1 game. And Denver would have still possibly could have won without him.
You suspended Draymond Green.
No, they wouldn't have won without him.
You suspended Draymond Green for
name
what?
Jokic the MVP.
Host, can I address that?
You can't win a game without Jamal Murray.
No, they ain't gonna win no game. They ain't gonna win no game without him.
I agree with Rock. Because Draymond Green in 2016, when the Cleveland Cavaliers won,
LeBron got him suspended.
He got him suspended for what? He didn't do shit. And
so LeBron a bitch.
Jamal Murray slams his stuff on the court, and he gets $100K in no games.
So you can down that.
But I just want to say something about that real quick, host.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
When it comes to the NBA's rules, this is where I really question the hell out of the rule book, because Steph Curry one time threw his mouthpiece and it inadvertently landed in the crowd. He was immediately ejected from the game.
Yeah.
Jamal Murray threw not one thing. It wasn't just a heating pad. He also threw a towel onto the floor before that in the same game. All he got was a fine. So I don't understand what's the difference between throwing something in the stands and you immediately get kicked out versus throwing something on the floor where you can get more people hurt and only get fined. In my opinion, Jamal Murray should have been suspended at least one game. You know, the same way they did stuff when his mouthpiece went in the crowd. He should be suspended one game, and that maybe should be it. But in regards to Pat Bev, though, no, I don't understand how other players' reputation gets them in a lot of trouble. He has a very bad reputation. He gets a slap on the wrist. I don't get it.
4 games, that's not a slap on the wrist.
No.
Do you know with 4
right,
games?
right.
That's the NBA schedule, right? 4 games
shit.
can go. He can be out for 4 games, and them 4 games can last for 10 days. That don't mean that them 4 back-to-back games. It can be a game
But
1 week.
4 out of 82 though, like.
But I'm saying 4 games equal up to probably 10 days that he missing.
He needs to be more though. It needs to be something, because you threw a ball and then you threw the shit back.
They should
have hit a woman in the face.
Fined him $500K. If you're gonna fine Jamal Murray $100K, you should have fined Pat Beverly $500.
I agree with that. Because you threw a ball and it came back and you threw the shit again.
Yeah. He should have got $500K if you.
Yeah, should have got. I agree with you. I agree. This is $500. I hit your ass in the pockets.
Yeah.
Another thing that I want to say to what Q-Dogg was saying about what the team's seeing him. My only guess is Q-Dogg is that NBA experience, because he has experience playing basketball in the NBA and during big time moments and big time games. I mean, that's it. But I want to point something out to you, Q-Dogg. Before Pat Bev, there was a brother by the name of Lance Stevenson who was constantly known for clowning players, talking mad shit, flopping, all that stuff. Eventually, Lance Stevenson's act got old, and when was the last time you heard from Lance Stevenson in a basketball game?
China.
So they might not have run out of patience with him yet, but I truly believe this might be
Pat Beverly's going to run out.
Scales like that.
I'm telling you.
You threw a ball at a woman's face.
The same as Dylan Brooks.
Yeah.
I had a guy tell me Rasheed Wallace used to, but Rasheed Wallace he argued with the ref. He didn't do shit out. He didn't throw nothing. He didn't do anything like that. Ron Artest did. I mean, the Malice in the Palace.
Ron Artest was justified.
Rasheed
you throw a drink on me, I'm fighting.
Wouldn't say nothing to the refs.
The fuck you mean? You throw a drink on me and I'm gonna retaliate. But go ahead, Q. Yeah, go ahead, Q.
But I mean, with the Jamal Murray situation, we got to clearly understand that if they would have suspended him, man, there's no way they would have won Game 3.
Yes,
they didn't care about that when they suspended Draymond.
They wouldn't have won that.
Yes, they could have.
No, they
MVP of the league. You better do something.
I don't know about that one.
They didn't win Game 2 and score 8 points. They have to have that one. They have to have that 1-2 punch between him and Jokic to win games. They have to have that. They have to have that 1-2 punch.
I don't want to hear that.
Huh? Yeah, but they have to have that 1-2 punch. Every team has to have a 1-2 punch, and they have to have that to win games.
He got 2 other high picks that's on his squad. Michael Porter Jr. and Aaron Gordon. Them dudes ain't no slouches.
No, they're not.
I mean, they can score. They can score here. They're not Jamal
Both
Murray.
of them dudes can give you 30.
If
Win a series without Jamal Murray.
Whoa. I gotta jump on Q side because Jamal Murray's a killer.
Right.
He's just,
I understand
he's
that.
a killer. He showed last night.
That can give you 30.
Yeah, he's killer.
You still got 2 guys that can give you 30.
True.
On top of Jokic.
But time is wasting. When they're gonna do it?
It's within the game plan.
But if they were put in that situation last night, they wouldn't have showed up. They wouldn't have showed up like that.
Gordon do that. We know. I'm just saying. I'm not justifying that. Jamal Murray playing. People saying, "Oh, they weren't gonna win without him." Jokic got the MVP, so that means Jokic is the most valuable player on the.
But he need help though. He can't do it by himself.
Brother, he need help. He averaging a triple-double.
It doesn't matter. He still need help. I don't care who
I'm
is.
Jokic. I'm controlling the game. I'm controlling it. The only reason
You still need help
is because
do Jokic score on the board.
bigs.
Do Jokic score on the board? Do Jokic score all the points?
Huh?
Do Jokic score all the points in the game? Okay, he need help. He need help.
He got 2 other top 10 guys on their team.
But you telling guys to come off used to playing a role play to come in and be a starter. They cannot adjust to that. Just because
Michael Porter and Aaron Gordon start.
No, they starters.
Hey,
T-Rock.
T-Rock.
Minutes.
Michael Porter, Aaron Gordon, not Aaron Gordon. No, I make him give it to Michael Porter. I make him give it to Michael Porter, but not Aaron Gordon. No.
What?
Nah.
Oh, no, bro.
Nah, he can't take the place. He can't take the place of Jamal Murray. There's no way.
No, he can't.
No.
He ain't saying that. He ain't saying that though, Q. He ain't saying that.
No, as far as what he brings to the team though.
Right, he can drop 30.
He can.
Who? Gordon?
Gordon. He can, bro. He can.
People's champ. Should have been a 2-time dunk contest champ.
Yeah, he can, bro. He can, Q.
Hey, T-Rock, you gotta understand
since he came from Denver, he's more of a scorer.
Yeah,
he's
in a dunker position, meaning that he only there to get rebounds or pick and roll assists. But last night he had a couple threes last night, right?
Yeah.
Where he came from? He came from Orlando, right? Orlando.
Yeah, and he was dropping 30 with Orlando.
He was dropping.
Okay, I got
you. He was. But Rock,
they top 4. The only person that don't score that much is KCP. But if you look at their top 4, it's Murray, Porter, Aaron Gordon, and Jokic.
You know what my watch is saying? You know what my watch is saying? I can hear some bitch loud and clear. You know what it's saying?
Time?
Yeah, no, it's time for Aaron Gordon and Michael Porter to step up. Because this is
like we said, they got to bring that usage up in the playoffs.
Yeah, this is game 4 coming up.
It's possible.
Your ass is still down 2-1. Yeah. You know, so it's time.
But
you know,
I mean, Minnesota last night. I mean, for them to lose their first game, I was kind of like, okay.
They had 3 days rest too, so.
But still, though, I mean, they had won 6 games in a row. They had won what? They have won 6 games in a row.
Who? Minnesota.
In playoff basketball, you know, it was time. It's kind of, you know, that was kind of expected. You know, it was gonna have a bad game. Like,
okay.
Playoff.
I mean, but they was beating the brakes off the Lakers though.
Yeah, the Lakers.
Were they? Because it was a couple of times in that series where the Lakers were up like 20 points.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, the Lakers.
Yeah,
every game,
and you see how quickly them 20-point leads was turning into like 7-point, 6-point leads by 3 minutes into this fourth quarter.
But
still they won 6 straight though.
True.
You know, they won 6 straight.
Michael Porter.
But you can't expect the team to go start out in the first round of playoffs and win all the way to the championship. You know, you're gonna lose some games. So you know that game right there, that was kind of like, okay, I expect, you know what I'm saying, but they'll rebound Sunday. But you know that.
But that's what I've been telling people. I hate how people been talking about Boston. Like Cleveland ain't good. Like we got a cakewalk in the East. Them teams get up just like them. They get paid just like Jason Tatum and everybody else on Boston.
Ladies and gentlemen, there's no cakewalk in the NBA playoffs right now.
There's no.
All these teams are very good. Every last one of them. Every last one of them, bro.
No team is down 3-0, right?
No. Every team is good. Every team is good. Every team. I got to give it to them. Every team is good. Right now. The second round, every team is good. Even the Knicks. The Knicks are good. Jalen Brunson is a dog. He's a dog.
Why did Dallas?
Well, you know, when you play against dogs is not going out like that.
No.
Yeah.
The
showed up last night too.
See the Indiana game last night, though? Brunson hit that three.
Yeah.
He's a killer. He's a killer. He can be on my team any time of the day, bro. He is the best point guard. He is the best point guard in the league right now. Jalen Brunson. He's the best point guard in the league right now.
Jalen Brunson.
He's the best point guard. He leads the playoffs in scoring.
I can't disagree.
Yeah. He the best scoring guard. I will give you that.
40 3 times
He the best
in a row.
scoring guard in the league.
True. And all he and I could not to skip subject here. We're gonna go on to the next. But Jalen Brunson right now, the Knicks, the Knicks. I think it's gonna wear him out because the Knicks are wearing him out. They're wearing him out. They keep going to him. It's like last night.
Yeah, you're right. You're your good horse.
You're right.
Like the Heat did in the bubble.
Yeah, and see, and
like
he tried to draw a foul, and Indiana
got to raise that usage.
Got to raise
usage from this regular season to the playoffs.
You got to love it. You got to love it.
It's within reason. He not. I don't think he practicing.
No.
If I'm Jalen Brunson, everybody else can practice. With the ice bath at.
There you go. They wearing
about practice.
The Knicks gonna have to slowly, and stop ISO. Stop putting him in the ISO. Stop putting him in that ISO, man. God damn. Let's do
but the Knicks did good though. They started some people. They brought some people off the bench.
Yeah, what's his name? I can't pronounce his name. What's it?
DiVincenzo.
He had 35 points.
Yeah, but Dante's Inferno was lit.
Yeah, but he shoots too fucking much. That's what I'm saying. If he don't shoot, then he's not
Michael Jordan of Delaware.
If he don't shoot, he's gonna score. But Jalen Brunson's a beast. Moving right along here, man. That was a good subject. Nikola Jokic, the Joker, is named the 2023-2024 MVP for the third time in 4 seasons.
You said what MVP stand for?
Most valuable player.
All right.
I get where you're going, and you're right. You're right. So I'm gonna go to the dog. Man, it's the dog. The dog here. I mean, Q. The Joker. Was he a clear-cut choice to win the MVP, or did the league screw Shea Gildress Alexander out of this MVP?
Well, I look at the MVP for the NBA just like they look at the MVP for the NFL. The NFL, that is a clear-cut, quarterback-driven award.
Absolutely.
And so, anybody that's trying to fight up, you got to put up astronomical numbers that they cannot deny you the MVP if you playing in a different position. I mean, you got to put up astronomical numbers to get past the quarterback-driven award. The NBA is always being, to me, a big man award. Now, we don't have big men like we used to have big men back in the day, but here from Jokic. And, so this is how they view the big man, as a dominant force in the middle, can't be stopped. So anybody on the outside, you're just regular scores. So it's hard to compete against a big man because that's originally where the game came from. Throwing the ball on the inside to the big man until we evolved to faster players now that took over a little bit with the heroics of threes and the Iversons and all that. But now we're getting back to the big man. And we see that he's done won this thing 3 times in 4 years?
Yes, sir.
3 and 4 years, right?
Yes,
3 and 4 years. That's dominant. So we're back to the big man. So that's how they're viewing it. So that's how they're looking at it. So anybody on the outside, you fast guards and all this stuff, you got to be. I mean, you got to give it. I mean, you got to be doing something astronomical.
Yeah.
I mean, really, to out because the eyes are glued in on the big man, and that's what this thing is about. Is a big man's game, and he is dominating on the inside. And so here we go. That's how I look at it.
So he deserves it. You're saying that he deserves it?
I mean, it's hard to say, like I said, Alexander, he showed out. I mean, if you weren't so biased with the award, you know what I'm saying? Because I look at like the NFL, you're biased, that's a quarterback award. They should change that, but they're not gonna never change that. So now that the big man has came into play, and we haven't seen a big man like him in a minute since Elijah won or whatever, So now, he come into play and he's won it 3 times out of 4 years. I mean, I could say yeah, but then at the same time, I can say yeah, but I'm feeling bad for everybody.
It's like you're straddling the fence there, dog.
No, I'm not. I'm trying to give it a shot for the other players because but what you got to do something astronomical. Like you got to put up type of numbers that we never seen before. So when they ain't got no choice but to hand you that award because you done, your numbers is just out there in the Milky Way. But until that happens, then this big man is gonna, I mean, that's the way they're looking at it. I think he, in a way, I think he kind of deserves it. Yeah.
Georgetown.
Okay. So Q says that the Joker, he deserves it. Mr. Episode, what you think?
I don't know if it's because I'm about to face Q-Dogg and trivia a little bit later or what. I just can't agree with Q-Dogg today, man. If what you're saying is true, if what you're saying is true, and the NBA is a big man driven league, how come Shaq only has 1 league MVP in his name? If it was a big man dominated league, I personally think SGA should have won the MVP award, and I think the NBA has been deriding a little bit. Centers, especially centers that can shoot threes, which is the abomination that is taking over basketball now.
Yes, it is.
I really think the NBA quite literally is obsessed with and literally deriding centers that can shoot threes because go to the numbers real quick, shall we? Because like they said, the numbers never lie. So
who do the vote for the MVP? Who does the voting?
Sports writers across America.
Yeah.
So won't they let the fans do it?
Oh hell
if the fans did it, Q-Dogg,
LeBron James will win every year.
Right, LeBron and Steph would be the MVPs for the end of time.
No,
but in regards to Joker, this year he averaged 26 points per game, 9 assists per game, and 14 rebounds. That's cool. SGA averaged 30 a game, 5 rebounds, and 6 assists, shooting over 50% from the field. To me, quite literally, when you say the word MVP, that means most valuable player. Denver, they still might be okay with Jamal Murray, Aaron Gordon, and Michael Porter Jr. You take SGA out of OKC, they might not even make the play-in tournament, to be real with you. SGA has been balling out this year. He's been killing it. And not to get completely off subject, this is the exact same thing I said when Malik Monk got passed over for 6th man of the year, and then with the man who set the record for the most 3-pointers made by a center. I don't like that. And you're right, Drew. To the game numbers do lie in context because Lamar Jackson should have not won the league MVP this year with them pedestrian numbers he put up in the NFL. But that's another subject.
You know it was coming, bro.
I genuinely hate this because again, stop deriding centers that can shoot threes. It's a cool thing. We see it. Players can do it now. I get it. But dog, can we stop treating them like they're an extraterrestrial specimen every time a big man shoot a three?
I agree.
I mean, for real, like I don't like that, man. I wish the NBA would stop it.
Okay.
So the
Well,
answer your question,
I think they doing that because you don't see big men shooting threes. So when you see a big man shooting three, you like, wow, that big man out there shooting three like that. You know what I'm saying? It's like, well, what we need a guard for? If a big man can shoot a three, you know what I'm saying? I mean, that's what I think they're looking at it, just the overall, just the fact that you can actually see somebody that tall out there shooting a three and hit it rock bottom and stuff like that, and so I know what you're saying. So what you're saying, Mark, so we need to push the big man back down the paint and keep him out there. But the game has evolved like that.
You hear that, Wall Street?
I'm not mad at all at Rudy Gobert winning defensive player of the year. But in my opinion, and I ain't trying to throw no shade to be disrespectful in no way, shape, or form to host, but if Wembanyama wouldn't have been 7'4" or whatever shooting threes, Brandon Miller would have been Rookie of the Year this year in the NBA.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I told you when you got Brandon Miller's the truth, bro.
But because Wembanyama is 7 foot tall plus and can shoot threes, the NBA loves that crap, and they derided him all the way to the Rookie of the Year. And
it's the same way. It's the same way with the Undertaker. He's 7 feet tall, but he can fly through the air and
he shoot threes and block shots.
It's the same way.
Kevin Nash do the same thing, but he ain't get that kind of treatment.
It's a phenomenon.
Wembanyama shoot threes and block shots.
I'm sorry. Go ahead, Rob. Are you done?
I'm good, man.
Okay. Go ahead.
No, I was talking about what Mark said. He was talking about
always means
he was talking about Wembanyama winning the Rookie of the Year, but he also shoot threes and he block shots and get assists. And the ball is in his hands. Seen some of the Spurs games. Popovich putting the ball in his hands over some of the other guards on that squad. So I understand with Brandon Miller being great, but y'all still got LaMelo Ball, who is supposed to be our franchise player.
Who LaMelo Ball?
Huh?
Who LaMelo Ball? Who's that?
I know, right? Who is he?
Oh yeah, y'all know who LaMelo. Mark, stop playing.
The dude that got his back tatted up like a motherfucker.
Dude that had y'all in the play-in 2 years ago.
I ain't right 2 years ago.
The dude that
Ralph Sampson won league MVP 1 year and was irrelevant the next year. Oh, how quickly things can change in the NBA.
Okay.
LaMelo Ball. Spend more time in the tattoo parlor than the court. But let's either here nor there.
The whole thing about Jokic, I think they gave it to Jokic this year because he was supposed to win it last year, but Embiid got it. But honestly, I believe the award should have went to SGA because of the simple fact is it's a regular season award.
Yes, sir.
And
yes, sir.
The OKC Thunder haven't been first place in the West since they had Kevin Durant and yours truly, Russell Westbrook. I always get his name mess up with his name a little bit.
Mental health book.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, my bad, Mark. Attitude ass motherfucker. Man, Westbrook, man, dude.
Mean motherfucker. That's what you call it.
There you go. Mean motherfucker. Like mean Jimmy Oakland guy. Mean.
Yeah, I think SGA should have won it based off it being a regular season award, and OKC did get first place in the West. I know they hold like a point margin over Denver because they won the West based off of winning a division. OKC did, and them last 3 games of the season, last game of the season, I think Denver ended up losing and OKC ended up winning. But SGA should have been MVP. I understand it's a big man league, and the reason Shaq didn't win it the year he was supposed to win it is because Steve Nash won it, and we all know why Steve Nash. Some people speculate why he won it that year, but we all know why Steve Nash won it because at that time Phoenix wasn't good. In them 2 years, he brought them out of the dark per se, and he was leading the league in assists.
Yeah,
people got tired of Shaq dominating because it wasn't no other bigs in the league. So that's one of the reasons why Shaq didn't win the MVP, because if you take Shaq off of the Lakers, they still had Kobe.
Yes.
So, and we seen what happened when Shaq left the Lakers. Yes. Kobe still won rings.
Yes.
He still won a ring. He still got into the finals. So, and
Yes.
it was a lot of politics with that one, but that's the only reason why Shaq didn't win it that year and got only one MVP. But he does got how many finals MVPs, Mark?
Hold up.
I think he
Shaq?
got 3 finals MVPs. You ain't gotta look it up.
Y'all still count that? Oh,
Yeah.
shit.
The finals MVP count. Y'all count Jordan finals MVPs, right?
Nah, I don't.
People
3 finals MVPs, 2000,
3.
2001,
Finals
2000.
MVP.
It's impressive. It's impressive either way it
4
goes.
rings.
Yeah.
So
It's impressive.
at the
I
end
agree.
of the day, the regular season award, him winning MVP, it goes a long way because of what you've done in the regular season. And I do believe SGA deserves it.
Yeah.
However, if him not winning it, I mean, who knows? OKC got a chance to be in the finals, so that's fuel the fire right there. I don't win an award that I'm supposed to. All right, I'm gonna show everybody.
Okay. So let me jump in this thing here because I'm gonna agree with Rock. I think that Shai Gilgeous-Alexander should be the NBA MVP because this guy was 3rd in the league in scoring. He's the top 10 defenders in the NBA. He's 2nd in the league in steals. Like the dude is, and like Rock said, if it weren't for him, Oklahoma, we wouldn't even see Oklahoma. And they've been so in the bottom since Westbrook and Harden and Durant. They've been so far in there. For years, we didn't even know who the hell was on that team. You know, we didn't know. But so now, you know, you got Chet Holmgren come in there. Okay, cool. So now, you know, Gilgeous-Alexander, think about Joker and the reason why he got the MVP, I believe, is because Gilgeous SGA has been consistent all year long. He's been hella consistent. So is Joker. But the thing with Joker is probably going to got him through is it's like this. It's like I think Paul Pierce said this too. SGA was jab. But Joker was haymaker. Fire. You know what I'm saying? He was throwing them. Boom. And I think that's why he got over the hump.
Yeah.
Now, but I agree with you guys because all y'all said that is a regular season award. And I believe Paul Pierce, he hit the nail on the head when he said this, that the NBA need to stop putting it in the second round and put it at the end of the season.
Yeah.
See, you see how, and I know Q gonna agree with this because I talked to Q about this before. You see how new times are killing awards like this? Because back in the day, we used to see them hold the trophy up on the court.
Yeah.
From Kevin Garnett to Michael Jordan, Charles Barkley, all these guys, they used to do it in the second round. We don't even see the player with the award no more.
Yeah, they do it.
They just put it across. Y'all see how it is going across the screen right here? Thanks for watching the Real Sport. That's how they put it in ESPN. Nikola Jokic is winning the MVP. But we don't see him with the trophy. There's nothing prestigious about it. There's nothing. Nobody cares. Nobody cares. And the new stuff, that's why nobody hardly watching the NBA playoffs because they took the starting lineup out. We don't even have a starting lineup. They don't even do that. You see what I'm saying? New stuff is killing the prestige of the NBA. It killed the MVP. Now Joker won 3 times in a row. Is he going to win it again? He might. But guess what? Nobody ain't going to care. Nobody's going to care. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander should be the MVP. Just like a few years ago, Joel Embiid should have been MVP. But they gave it to Joker. What it is, the NBA is a business. The same way they're doing with Pat Mahomes in the NFL, it's kind of the same way they're doing over the NBA. They're getting their poster child. LeBron James is going to get ready to get out of here, so they need something. They need a face. European players are taking over the NBA. If you don't believe me, look at the Joker, 3-time MVP in 4 years. Look at Luka Doncic, dominating.
But they're catering the lead to European players, though.
Yes, sir. They are.
They're catering the lead to them. I mean, you know, we don't have that physical type of ball no more like we used to have before they came. But when they first came, they couldn't take it.
Yeah.
So they changed it around for it can be more friendly. Because a lot of European players don't play no defense. Right. Besides your boy for Minnesota and your boy for Milwaukee. Them only two I know play defense.
Right.
What?
Everybody else, huh?
You talking about Giannis and Rudy Gobert?
Yeah, them only two I know play defense. Everybody else be whining.
So what I'm saying is, Gilchrist
You do
Alexander,
it.
the award is called most valuable. Joker has, and Rock said it. Rock said it earlier. He has Jamal Murray. He has Aaron Gordon. He has Michael Porter. He has Latavius Caldwell-Pope. So he has a team. Okay. SGA, all he has is Chet Holmgren and a bunch of guys that we don't even know about. But they're playing as a unit. They're playing as a unit.
George trade.
Well, the MVP is supposed to be for the most valuable person to your team. We understand that, but they're looking at that's the most valuable person to us.
Yeah, exactly. I agree. Exactly. It's the most valuable to us, and it shouldn't be like
not to your team.
But as you can see, this is the new era is killing the NBA little by little. It killed the All-Star game. That's what the All-Star game is right now. It is killing the NBA playoffs. Slam dunk contest is killing that. It's killing the NBA playoffs because they took the starting lineups out.
They need to get rid of all that. Get rid of all that.
It's killing the NBA MVP because we don't even see the guy with hoisting the trophy. We don't even see it. The most thing that they seen in the playoffs so far was Rudy Gobert, a clip of Rudy Gobert winning the Defensive Player of the Year, and they showed that for 5 seconds.
Yeah, and
they showed it. They just showed it yesterday.
They showed your boy win the 6 man last night.
Nas Reed.
He should not have won that award, Q-Dogg. Please don't get me started. He should not have been 6 man of the year, bro.
Yes, he should.
No, he should not. No, bro. That should have been Malik Monk.
I have no clue, bro.
Malik Monk didn't play. Malik Monk didn't play the last 2 weeks of the season. That's 20. That's like 10.
All right. So here, when you say that, T-Rod, Malik Monk this season, most points off of the bench, but out of anybody in the league.
How many games he played?
Off the bench. Most 20-point games off the bench. Most 25-point games. Most clutch points. Most field goals made. Most 3-pointers made off the bench.
Right,
and that was playing while hurt.
He the 6th man, right? But you not there when your team needs you to get in the playoffs. They wasn't gonna give that man that award, Mark. That's what I'm trying to tell you.
I see.
He
wasn't there to help Sacramento get in the playoffs. Well, he wasn't gonna get that award.
Rock is right and Rock is wrong because Lou Williams won a lot of times too, but Lou Williams wasn't on a playoff team like that.
Right, but that was the standard was kind of different. They didn't have to play that many games either.
True.
They got the standard. You got to play 65 games to even qualify for the award.
Exactly. Nas Reed deserves it, man. Hell, Nas Reed is holy. What? That dude is Mark. You gotta get that dude balling out of control, bro.
He the third piece. He the third piece of what Minnesota doing to stop Jokic.
Elite Monk, bro.
Nas Reed and Rudy Gobert is bringing defense back to the NBA. They're bringing it back. If you can put those guys,
Malik Monk,
Malik Monk is hell yeah, Malik Monk is out this world.
If he was there when Sacramento needed to get over the hump to get into the playoffs, he would have won 6 man of the year, Mark. I'm just saying from the opposite.
But it's a regular season award, like we just
It's a regular season award, but him and Nas Reed was like this to the people that was saying 6 man of the year. They always kept them 2 names together, and that other guy that was in there, he wasn't even nowhere near close to Malik Monk and what Nas Reed was doing to impact their team. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. The most valuable. They need They need to go by the regular season. In that case, they need to go by whoever lead the league in scoring. Fuck a scoring.
I think that's how it used to be, though, right?
It used to be like that. It used to be like that, and they just need to go back to whoever leads the league in scoring should be the MVP, because SGA clearly won this because he's more valuable to the Oklahoma City Thunder than Joker is more to Denver.
Yeah,
clearly.
I was debating with somebody about that the other day.
Yeah.
I was like, you take Jokic off, they can
They
still
can win.
get in the playoffs.
They can win the chip without Joker. They can win the chip without him. They're good enough, and they have Mike Malone is a great enough coach to get them through. They talented all the way through. Reggie Jackson.
But all these players, y'all do know all these players that they do have that came from the Clippers. That trade when they traded Paul George for Shai Gilgeous-Alexander and them 6 first rounders or them picks. Those are the picks right there. The Jalen Williams.
See what I'm saying? Paul George was there. We didn't care. Carmelo Anthony was there. We didn't even care.
Josh Giddey, the Chet Holmgren.
Russell Westbrook went back there, and we didn't care. We didn't care. They didn't do shit when they was there. When they went back there, they didn't do nothing for Oklahoma City. Gilgeous-Alexander came in, and bam, they the number 1 team in the West. In the Western Conference.
And Mark, and it's a college town too. That's a college football town. You know something about Oklahoma, don't you?
Yeah.
Western Conference.
Sooner territory, unfortunately.
That's why he should really get it. Because
Stillwater.
But listen, that's why he should. That's why he really should get it, because they are number 1 in the Western Conference. Now the East and the West, we all know the West is loaded with talent. It's the best conference out of the 2, and you're number 1. That's over the Dallas Mavericks. You're over the Los Angeles Lakers. You're over the Los Angeles Clippers. And you're over the Denver Nuggets.
Yeah.
The Golden State Warriors.
And the Minnesota Timberwolves.
Timberwolves. So you're number 1. That dude deserve it, man. That dude deserve it. I don't see Joker winning another one unless the NBA allow it. But I mean, hats off to him. The guy's great. He's a big man. He's still, to me, he's the best big man in the league right now. I mean, he's good. He is good.
I can see him winning. I can see him winning again.
And like you said, host.
Yes, sir.
I mean, because nobody really there to challenge him like that.
Well, nah.
He's getting challenged now.
Embiid be busting Jokic. Embiid be putting buckets on Jokic.
Not just Embiid, but remember last year he was kind of a cakewalk for Joker. But now he's playing a Minnesota team that's putting defense on him.
Yeah, the Minnesota team is laying a body on. That's putting a body on him.
They're putting a body on him.
Yes.
Yeah, I think last night he be getting away with a lot of elbows.
Oh, yeah.
He be getting away with a lot of elbows, man.
I'm glad somebody else said. I'm like, yo,
he be blowing his way through.
With the bumping in.
Yeah, he be bumping. He'll bounce the ball one time, but then that elbow will move.
But Q, you know why?
Just because he ain't got no moves to get himself in position, and he had to bully his way through.
Yeah.
Defensive pressure, because Rudy Gobert
he gonna lay that body on him. He gonna put that body on him.
And Nas Reed.
I was mad how they was calling them ticky-tack ass fouls on Carl Anthony Towns last night. Like, they was letting Jokic throw bowls, but Anthony Towns just stand with him, and they was calling ticky-tack ass fouls.
Jokic was throwing the bowls like muffin.
Yeah, he was throwing that hand out too. They need to let them two play. They need to let Cat and they need to let them two go at it. I'm telling you, let them go at it. Because like y'all said, I agree with you. Joker, he got away with a lot.
He was on the damn bowls. I mean, he was using it to get in position, get close to the basket.
When you lower your shoulder, that's automatic offensive foul, bro. You lower
it. He was doing this. As he was dribbling the ball, this was coming around.
Yeah.
All the time.
Yeah, all the time, bro. All the time.
Shooting that ball.
Yep. All right, last one, man, before we get into trivia. The Phoenix Suns to hire former Bucks coach Mike Budenholzer after 3 years of losing to the Milwaukee 3 years after losing to his Milwaukee team in the finals. Former Milwaukee Bucks head coach Mike Budenholzer is back in the NBA as he will be the next head coach of the Phoenix Suns, according to Arizona Republic. Budenholzer is 54 years of age and an Arizona native. Guided the Milwaukee Bucks to the 2020-2021 NBA title. The Bucks beat the Suns in 6 games in a series that concluded in July of 2021. ESPN first reported the Suns' intent to hire Budenholzer after the organization fired Frank Vogel after 1 year in Phoenix, from who went 49-33 and were swept out of the first round by the Minnesota Timberwolves. New owner Matt Ishbia, right, Mark? Did I kill it?
You did. You said it right.
Okay. He fired Monty Williams, who coached the team into the finals against Milwaukee after the 2022-2023 season. Okay, Budenholzer was fired by the Bucks after 2023. The team went 58-24 and were the Eastern Conference #1 seed, but lost in the first round to the Miami Heat. He was still owed $8 million for his upcoming season contract, and he signed after the championship. You know what? Let me start off with this, and I'm gonna be really brief. So Phoenix they fire Frank Vogel, right? A defensive coach to bring in another defensive coach. What the fuck is going on with Phoenix? Why? I don't understand the NBA when it comes to coaching. When you lose, they automatically fire you. It's not the coaches. It's not. Players need to be accountable of their success. We talked about this last week. Bradley Beal, who Phoenix gave $50 million to come over to Phoenix, and he only averaged 17 points a game. Bradley Beal, and to me, is not that good enough player to get that much money. Yeah, he was over in Washington, but that's all Washington had. That's all they had. Okay. So I don't understand. You replace Frank Vogel. Frank Vogel won the bubble in 2020. They won the NBA title, and the next year he was gone. Budenholzer, as I read, he was won the NBA title in 21, and right after that he was gone. What the fuck is going on with the NBA? It just baffles me how they just go through coaches. What happened to the days where these coaches stayed? Pat Riley, Chuck Daly. You know, I mean, goddamn, like. I don't understand it, but I think you know what I'm saying? I think exactly, and I think it's just different organizations because the Dallas Mavericks, they just signed Jason Kidd to 4 more years. They just signed and they still in it. They still in it, but they just signed Jason Kidd. Eric Spoelstra still there. I mean, he lost 2 finals. He lost to Denver. He lost in the bubble to the Lakers. He's still there. He won NBA titles. I mean, goddamn,
he lost to Dallas too.
That's what I'm saying. This sucks. This is on the GM. The GMs need to hold accountability, and the players need to hold up accountability. Mark, before I shut up, Mark, go ahead. What you think?
I agree with you. From somebody who roots for a perennial losing franchise, this is losing franchise behavior.
You got a good coach, by the way. I think you got something good going on, but go ahead.
I don't know how I feel about them coaches from Boston. Y'all remember how I went off on an old dude a couple years ago, but
I think you got something.
Yeah, this is losing franchise behavior, in my opinion. When you constantly have turmoil and changes the head coach, I blame the owner specifically in the situation with Phoenix because dude is very, very impatient. He's like the basketball version of David Tepper. Where he doesn't have the patience to build out the team, let them play out. He just wants to win immediately, and he thinks that he can buy his way to a championship. And I don't know how many times and how many different sports we've seen you can't buy your way to a league championship. So I think he's going to regret getting rid of Monty Williams for a good long while. What Phoenix needed wasn't necessarily a Kevin Durant or a Bradley Beal. They needed defense and they needed a legit point guard. When they had those 2 elements on their team, we saw how far they got. Now it's to the NBA Finals. Mm-hmm. So he's trying to right the ship, but he's not doing it in the right way, in my opinion. I was never really a fan of Frank Vogel, neither with the Lakers or with Phoenix. So I'm not too surprised or too upset that he's gone, personally. But yeah, I just don't agree with moves like this. I think you should stick it out with a coach at least 3 or 4 years, see what he can do. Unless it's just god awful bad, like unless it's not hate jumping to other sports, but unless it's like Bobby Petrino with the Atlanta Falcons bad, stick with him. But in this case, it makes sense to get rid of Frank Vogel, but at the same time, it doesn't. And I don't care if you bring in Phil Jackson or Coach Knight from UCLA. If you don't get a legit point guard in Phoenix, and if you don't get no defense, no big men in Phoenix, it's gonna be pretty tough to win. Because how you gonna compete with Anthony Davis and Jokic and Rudy Gobert and all them boys if you don't got nobody that can hang?
Young
in the
boys
middle
is
of the
coming
court,
up.
so.
I agree with you, Mark. I so agree with you. It's a bunch of BS. Rockstar Rock.
Well, about the Frank Vogel situation in Phoenix, it seemed like James Jones don't know what he want to do with as far as putting together that a winnable championship caliber team. Because you go out, you get Kevin Durant, you get a farm up for Kevin Durant, then you go out and then you get a farm up for Bradley Beal. And then it's like they forgot about Devin Booker. They brought in these two new pieces and forgot that they had a dog or somewhat of a dog.
That's what I'm saying, bro. I'm like, what?
They should have built. They didn't think about building the team around Devin Booker. They thought about buying the championship. It's like
that's it.
It's like the Phoenix Suns. It's like the Washington Commanders. It's like they ownerships, like the way they want to construct a team to win so badly. That they was doing it bad for so many, that they did it bad for so many years. And this is like what Phoenix is doing right now. You get rid of a good coach, you get rid of a coach that knows what it takes to at least coach guys to a championship culture. And he didn't do that. He wasn't that bad of a coach when he coached Indiana back in the day.
Very true. Very true.
When the LeBron Heat era.
He's a winner.
So they was a good defensive team back then with David West, Roy Hibbert, and Paul George, and them.
Roy Hibbert led the league in blocks.
Yeah,
2 times in a row.
So I blame a lot of it on James Jones because they traded away they defensive big and got somebody who wasn't even the same. Nurkic wasn't the same defensive big as DeAndre. And I know people was like, "Oh, Ayton sucked," but Ayton still can give you 18 and 15 on a good night.
Thank you.
Maybe give you 2 blocks, 2-3 blocks, depending on where he had in, or just some disruption.
And he had great chemistry with Monty Williams.
Yeah, they couldn't stop him. Phoenix couldn't stop a nosebleed this year on defense.
No sir.
And they blaming the coach, but the GMs and the players is what runs the leagues, what runs these teams. So as soon as they said, "Oh, we're gonna go get Kevin Durant and Bradley Beal," if I was Devin Booker, I'd say, "All right, we can go get Kevin Durant, but we need to build some guys that's gonna go out here and defend with us, or at least get some bigs that's gonna be able to rebound." The only way that's gonna work in Phoenix is if Bradley Beal becomes the facilitator. And he's got to take less shots. He might be making the most money, but he's going to have to take less shots for that group, for them 3 dudes to really work together and get 2 guys that can complement them defensively. Because if you just keep building the team with them 3 dudes and subpar defenders, they're going to get swept and Kevin Durant going to retire next year. That's just my opinion.
I agree, man.
If he keep getting swept like this, there's no reason for him to come back to the NBA.
Yeah.
Because you're just messing up your legacy at this point.
No, I was just about to say that shit. You're killing your legacy. You're killing
it. But the Budenholzer hire, I believe it was a good hire. It's kind of idiotic at point you get rid of a defensive coach to bring in another defensive coach.
Another one.
And these two dudes got similar resumes. Yeah. They both won at organizations that they couldn't win a championship for. Then they went to organizations that they helped win a championship. And
they won right after each other.
Yeah.
They won a championship right after each other.
Yeah, that's right.
What shit is that?
After the Lakers won in the bubble, after the Lakers won in the bubble, Milwaukee won it. And then then they both got fired after they lost in the playoffs, or however they both trajectory was. So it's like they both got the same. It's like they got the same coach, but just a long tenure. He got a longer tenure in the league. I would say Budenholzer, being from that Greg Popovich coaching tree. So, but the longevity of coaches it's like now it's flipped.
Yeah.
They doing the coaches like how they used to do players.
You ain't bullshit.
What can you do for me lately?
Yeah. Get the hell out of here. Yeah, and get the hell out of here, Katie.
But that's my take on it.
Yeah. Mark said Katie shouldn't have never left Golden State.
No, he shouldn't have. His career had gone downhill ever since he left there.
Yeah.
Nah, he had to leave.
You ain't lying. You ain't lying.
His pride, the pride, and how he want to be such a. He don't like being a bad guy, Mark. I don't know if you don't know that because you're the bad guy on the show. But he don't like being a bad guy, Mark.
Hey, Rocky, and like a wise man once said, tough times don't last, but bad guys do. Okay,
bad guys do.
Yeah, your boy Scott Hall said that. Yeah. So that's what it is. It's his image. He don't like that bad boy image. So
he don't like it.
Him leaving Golden State was a pride thing for more, and that's why he ain't won since.
Well, you know what happens when you take Scott Hall's saying? Well, do you know what happens? Do you know what happens? When you take Scott Hall saying like that, a Hall of Famer, God bless his soul, Scott Hall, you know what happens when you copy
you get
that
your
man?
own. You get your own.
You just made the list.
Podcast called On the Mark.
You just made the list. You just made the list.
Q-Dogg. Mike. I said Mark. Mike Budenholzer, former NBA champion with the Milwaukee Bucks. Frank Vogel is out in Phoenix. Budenholzer is in. So you're replacing one defensive coach with another defensive coach. Like Rock said, same rap sheet, everything. Kind of similar styles. Okay. Is Phoenix making a bad decision? Or do you think Budenholzer can come in and basically do what Vogel couldn't do? Because right now, Q, we got a lot of revolving doors around this coaching stuff. In the NBA, your ass is gone. If you don't win, you out. And it shouldn't be like that. Players need to hold accountability for themselves and GMs. But what you think?
Yeah, well, this I hate to say that I'm out to say something about one of my fellow podcast members. Is that this situation kind of really reminds me of the New York Giants. I mean, because it's to the fact, but with the Giants it's different. It's more just the players and it's what's around you. You know, they feel like a sense of urgency because the West is stacked so strong. And with the New York Giants, that the NFC is stacked so strong against them. And instead of making educated and thoughtful moves, they just do anything.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because, you know, you're thinking about what's around you and who you have to beat. So you're just moving pieces erratically and just trying to plug in this and plug in that without building one piece at a time, working with this and working with that and working your way through things, you know. So it just they just want an instant. They want to build an instant team, and I just say it's more of the players than anything. I just think that group right there within itself is just not going to work. Bringing Bradley Beal up over there with those two, Booker and Durant, it's just not a good combination. Like you say, you need some defensive players play because what you're playing against. I mean, that West is stacked, you know. And so if you don't bring in the right players, then it's deja vu. It's the same thing. Coaches ain't gonna matter. It's not gonna matter. Not at all. Not at all, man. You know, I mean, that's where you're going wrong. They don't think about, you know, if I can bring in the right coach, he can get these players to the best out of these players to beat what's stacked in the West. But what you have is not working. And so you need something better so you can compete against the stacked West in the Western Conference.
So why are coaches getting targeted rather than the players, Q? Why do you think they're getting targeted so much?
Because because if Popovich can do it, you can do it. If Riley can do it, you can do it.
Okay.
Chuck Daly can do it, you can do it. You're a coach.
Okay.
We pay you for this. We pay you to get this out of players and get that out of players.
Mm-hmm.
To get players' talent to the upper echelon. You know, that's what you're getting paid for. And it's your fault because they're playing the way they're playing. You know what I'm saying? They're not competing the way they're supposed to compete because you're not coaching right. So that's how they look at it. We got to get the right. We got the players in here, so we just got to get the right coach to put them in a position to succeed. You're not putting them in the position to succeed.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't think so. I just think that combination is not working.
It's just a unfair.
It's a little bit of everything, though.
It is true. It is true.
Because I get what you're saying, but I think it's a little bit of everything. Because if you notice, like Monty Williams, when he got fired from Phoenix, the job he works at now is the Detroit Pistons. So they're one of the worst teams in the league, and they thinking about firing him. But it's just crazy how he had a good team, and he only got to take them to the finals once, and that big playoff loss that they had when he was at Phoenix to Dallas, that kind of hurt his resume for him being able to get a good job at another team. See, Frank Vogel got fired, but I bet you Frank Vogel gonna be coaching on one of these good NBA teams next season, like Mike Budenholzer.
Yeah.
Our guys with our skin color, they get like M.A. Udoka came when he left us.
Yeah.
He came back in the coaching carousel at the right time to go coach Houston.
Yeah.
If OKC was looking for a coach, Monty Williams probably would have got that job. Our color, they telling our coaches to go coach the young athletes in the NBA because the veterans don't want to listen when they supposed to. That's why a guy like Budenholzer or Frank Vogel is getting the jobs. It's because the guys that's in the locker room are saying, "Oh, they NBA coaches for real. They're not gonna hold us accountable. They know all they want from us is when the clock starts, when the clock starts from 12 on down in the first quarter." But it's crazy how these players not accountable. And
you're absolutely
years
right.
ago, we used to say, "Why we not holding the coaches accountable?" Now it's flipped.
Yeah. You put players, and you're right. You're so right, Rock. It is funny because I talked to Q about this before that, and I said this: in football, young coaches is important. It works. It works for young coaches, as you can see. Kyle Shanahan, Matt LaFleur, those guys. Sean McVay. It works in the NFL, but it works more for older coaches in the NBA. Spoelstra, Thibodeau, Rick Carlisle, Jason Kidd. Like it works. It works for them. Older coaches need to be in basketball. Younger coaches works in football. Yeah. That's how it's going. That's exactly how it's going. But players, Kevin Durant and Bradley Beal and Devin Booker, they need to take accountability for their unsuccessful season. It was not on Frank Vogel. Frank Vogel came in with 3 superstars that he tried to put together to gel to have some kind of chemistry, and it wasn't really working. You're a point guard left, Chris Paul, your big guy, DeAndre Ayton left. So it's kind of like, what the fuck? So now I got 3 guys. There's 3 premier scorers, and now that's what I'm saying. This 3-headed monster and these superstar teams are not working no more. It's not working anymore. It's not working. They need to stop it, and now they need to go back to the old form and if you got 1 or 2 superstars, which is fine, but build around them and stop putting all these superstars together, because what you got is three different egos. You know, and it's killing the morale of the team. You're killing it. Look at Anthony Edwards. Carl Anthony Towns was the guy. Then Rudy Gobert came in, and Anthony Edwards emerged. See, they build around him. They build around Cat. Now they're in the playoffs. Same way with Joker. They build around him. Kentavious Pope, Caldwell Pope, Aaron Gordon. They all came. They built around him. You have to build around them. The shit is not happening in Milwaukee. Damian Lillard and Giannis, they can't do nothing. Wick and Cash, they cannot do nothing. Those three guys, it's not working. It's not
Let's
working.
be real. Did Dame really want to go to Milwaukee, or did he really want to go to Miami?
I don't give a shit. It just don't matter. It don't matter. It's not working. It's not working. It's not working.
All that money.
Yeah, they paid him a whole lot of money because he's a superstar. Superstar with superstars not working. Giannis can't even stay healthy now, and he the one that wanted Budenholzer out.
Yeah.
And guess what? He at home now.
He wanted Budenholzer gone and Adrian Griffin. He got both of them fired.
He wanted those guys fired, and look at him. He at home now because he lost to Indiana because he hurt. You know, superstar, they need to stop with the superstar, stop building it. It haven't worked since the Miami Heat when LeBron James and Dwayne Wade and Chris Bosh teamed together and they got 2 titles. After that, it's been nothing else. Nobody else. It's Golden State. Kevin Durant. Kevin Durant.
Yeah, you right, host.
Yeah.
Only the super teams only good to get at least 2 titles.
That's it.
Before teams start to figure them out.
See what I'm saying? Egos. That's the thing I love, and I'm not being biased, and I'm gonna shut up after this. But that's what I love about the San Antonio Spurs, because it wasn't no I-in team. Yeah. Those guys played together. Tim Duncan was the star. We all knew that, but you never knew that, honestly, because Tim Duncan never carried himself like a goddamn star. He never demanded the ball and all that. They played together. Tony Parker, Manu Ginobili, Boris Diaw, the list goes on. Those guys played together. And they got 5 titles out of it. Play together and stop trying to. You need to go back to Magic and Bird.
Malik Rose.
Let's start competing against each other.
Mario,
let's get competition. Let's get the competition back together. I said this before. You know what I'm saying? It goes on.
Championship team.
But the thing is, those guys played together. It wasn't no I-in team. Magic Johnson back in the 80s we all know Magic was Magic, but Magic didn't demand the ball because he had Michael Cooper and he had Byron Scott and he had Kareem Abdul-Jabbar and then, Ronnie Divac. He had different pieces to the puzzle, and it got him 5 NBA titles. Larry Bird, one of the humblest players ever in NBA history. Goddamn, he had a squad. Kevin McHale. I mean, the list goes on with that squad, but he never demanded the ball like that. There wasn't a super team. If you got a superstar, build around him and stop trying to put all these pieces together. Stop trying to create a player. Stop trying to create a team. It ain't working. It don't work in the NBA because there's too many egos. It's gonna collide. I'm done talking. Oh, he just stood up. Oh, he just stood up, Q. Oh, Lord. We already know what time it is. He just stood up. Mark is trying to get his title back. Ladies and gentlemen, we are done over with the discussions in the NBA. Now we're at the end of the show. And we got NBA Trivia Showdown. Let's go. I mean, NFL. I said NBA.
Yeah, I was about to say, but you can't scare me like that, yo.
Yeah, word. Me too, Rock. Here we go. We wait for a while for this. We got the champion, Q-Dogg. He is facing Mr. Episode. We got the current champ, and we got the longest reigning champ. Here we go, man. Here we go. It is for the title. Go to Howard Finkel and just get this thing rolling.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall, and it is for the Real 2 Sports NFL Trivia Championship.
Well, I ain't played that in a while. Jeez. Ooh, all right, man. Rockstar Rock, who you got out of this, man? You got the champ or you got Mr. Episode?
Really put me on the spot here.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, because
With Dusty Road, Daddy. I had to put you on a spot now, Daddy. Woo!
because me and Mark over there been, he been talking this shit for a while.
Big time.
I done seen Q-Dogg put people to rest. So I'm gonna go with the vet on this one. I'm gonna go with the champ.
Gonna go with the dog. He going with the dog. All right.
We go T-Rock.
There we go. Ladies and gentlemen, this is a very special NFL trivia. Both of these guys are historians of NFL. These guys, they know history. God damn, I swear they do. All right, here we go. Q-Dogg, you're a champ. You know how this goes. Q-Dogg's a champ. Q-Dogg go first. You ready, sir?
Yes, sir. Bring it on.
All right, here we go. Which 4 teams in the NFL are named after cats?
All right.
I got them already.
I'm going to go with the Detroit Lions,
Mm-hmm.
Cincinnati Bengals,
Mm-hmm.
Carolina Panthers,
Mm-hmm.
Jacksonville Jaguars.
The dog is on the
There
board.
we go.
The dog
There
is
we
on
go.
the board. Damn. The dog is on the board. Oh, the dog is on the board. All right. Mr. Episode. Ready, sir?
What kind of question is that? Let's go.
I know, right? Here we go. Who holds the single season receiving yards record?
Would that be single season? He came close, and the question is, did he break it? I'm gonna go Cooper Kupp.
No. Q.
I think that would be, I think that's Calvin Johnson.
Megatron it is.
It was Nick.
Yes, sir.
Megatron it is.
It's fun, baby.
Megatron it is. All right, Mark, that was stolen. Back on you, sir.
Yes, sir.
Who was the number 1 draft pick in 2021? Trevor Lawrence it is, Mark. Mark is on the board. Uh-oh. Trevor Lawrence it is. Question number 4, dog. Now you can run away with this one. Who coined the term sack?
Oh, that was my boy, Deacon Jones.
Deep. It is, and the dog is on the road.
Yes,
Dog is on
sir.
the road here. Dog is on the road. All right, Mark, we got some ground in the game. Here we go. Computer moves slow. Who has the most rushing yards as a rookie in NFL history?
Eric Dickerson.
Eric Dickerson it is, sir. These guys are historians. Know what the hell they talking about here. Know what they talking about. All right. The dog. Got 2 left there. It's a seal the deal if you get it right, Mark. Which running back has the most games in NFL history?
Most games. Yeah. I'm going to go with Frank Gore.
Frank Gore it is.
All right.
Frank
All
Gore
right.
it is. Damn. Mark, for bragging rights. For bragging rights, my friend. Go out with a bang. What non-quarterback has the most Pro Bowls in NFL history? He's not a quarterback.
Does the Pro Bowl mean anything anymore?
I say.
If it ain't a QB, he played in the league a while, but I don't know if he made Pro Bowls every year. Somebody with longevity. I'm gonna go with damn, that non-quarterback part. I'm gonna go with
Falling asleep, Mark.
I'm gonna go with Jerry Rice.
Scold. Oh, he put the biking on you. He said, "Oh man, no, it's not Jerry Rice."
Okay.
Q for domination. What non-quarterback has the most Pro Bowls in NFL history?
For domination to officially put my hand around his throat and squeeze to blood run through my fingers.
Let him go, man. Let him go, bro. Let him go.
I'm about to take this one. I'm going to go with the man who dunks the goalpost, Tony Gonzalez.
Tony G it is for domination.
There we go.
He's choking.
That's one thing young Mark don't do. Young Mark don't choke. Unless it's NBA choke. Don't do that.
He said you don't choke.
But congratulations, Q-Dog. Your streak against me continues. You are the Ken O'Brien of my Dan Marino. He's the Ken O'Brien of my Dan Marino, bro. That's all it is.
That's all it is. That's all. Damn, boy, that's a good comparison.
He's choking.
These dudes be knowing history. Ken O'Brien. Nobody don't know about Ken O'Brien, bro.
Right. Dan Marino's a Hall of Famer, but that was the one dude he couldn't beat. It's all good. I'll be back, dog.
The dog. Q-Dogg is still the NFL. Oh man, is still the NFL trivia champion. Actually, 5-2 Rock. 5-2. Due to the game, said domination it is.
Yes, sir.
Oh, y'all cover that Mark, man. That's not a trend.
Hey, respectfully, due to the game, I'm gonna put it to you like this, my man. You my dog, my real to sports brother. Look at the difference between you and I, sir. I have the most successful title defenses of the NFL Trivia Championship in real to sports history. You've never successfully defended that title. When you can get to 4, meet me halfway. When you can get to 4, then we'll talk.
Oh, I like this due to the game Mark rival here. I like this.
At least Jay on the track could back up his trash talk because he had championships to back it up. I don't know where this stuff coming from with Drew to the game, but it's got to stop.
Drew, calling my boy Drew out.
I know. We about to get a trivia.
Come on, Drew.
We had to get a trivia with we had to get a trivia here with Mark versus due to the game now.
Yeah, we got to get one on.
He said,
there you go, Drew.
He said, who knocked you off your high horse initially?
Don Shula did.
Real to sports rivals, like WWE rivals. Real to sports rivals.
Right. Real to sports rivals. You hear that, A&E? Pay me, buddy.
High horse.
Yeah, real sports rivals, goddamn. Damn.
Yeah, I like that.
I like that too, boy. Oh man, goddamn. What he said? Let's see what he said. He said, "Case closed."
You're right. Case closed. When you can meet me halfway with title defenses, then we'll talk.
All right, Drew. Next time you're on.
I know, Drew. Here we go. All right, I'm gonna
That
set it up.
room's on.
Yeah, he calling. Hey, he gotta say something about that.
He calling you out, man. Come on now, Clover Lane, Rocky Balboa.
I need Drew to the game to win the title and then successfully defend it 8 straight bouts, and then come holler.
Oh, damn.
Become an undisputed champion and holler.
Damn.
Undisputed.
Undisputed. All right, we're gonna see.
No Adam Cole, baby.
Let me see one more for this. He said, let it be written, so let it be done. Hey, we gotta set that up, man.
You gotta set that up.
I'm gonna set it up.
Let's see this. Best of 2 out of 3 between y'all.
Yeah.
I don't think one bout ain't going to.
Yeah, we gotta go best of 7. We gotta go best of 7 with them two.
One ain't going to.
It don't matter. Even if Drew beats me again, the fact still remains. I have 8 times as many successful title defenses of the NFL Trivia Championship than he does. 8 straight bouts, I successfully put my title on the line and I defended it. Drew has never done that.
I was getting tired of winning.
Talk your shit, Hogan. Talk your shit.
I was getting tired of his ass winning. God damn. Take this motherfucker down.
I literally got so bad I had to recruit competition to come face me. That's how dominant I was. Can't nobody else say that. Anyone on this show, can't nobody else say they dominated trivia so bad they had to bring in competition for them.
I disagree with the episode because Papa's got a brand new bag.
Hey, notice though. Ever since Q-Dogg got rid of D-Right, how many times has he won the NBA trivia title? That jump been going to Deuce, we're going to T-Rock, Philly G don't won the title. Hell.
Thanks for being. Who's your NFL MVP?
Derek Carr. It definitely won Lamar Jackson.
Holy hell. Well, ladies and gentlemen.
Carr, boy, too.
Can't wait for NFL season.
Yeah, live, boy. Q-Dogg, you remain.
I can't wait neither.
Q-Dogg remains the NFL Trivia champion. We're gonna have to set up a 7-game series, with Jukes to the game versus Young Mark.
No, he gotta win the title and defend it, and then I'll talk to him.
Ooh. So that boy got to win the title first.
You making his own stipulations. Damn. Okay, Drew. You gotta set up and get you against the dog then.
Ain't nobody deflecting. Ain't nobody deflecting, sir.
We gotta set up Drew to the game versus Q-Dogg. But ladies and gentlemen, that is our show for the day. As always, we want to thank you for watching another episode of the Real Sports Talk Show. Please remember to give this elite podcast panel, I'm talking about these 3 brothers right here, a thumbs up, man. And if you want to see us each and every week, bring you the hottest, I'm talking about the hottest sports news right off the press, then you hit that subscribe button and turn on that little bitty blue bell for all notifications. We got Mother's Day. Mother's Day is tomorrow. Mother's Day tomorrow. And mothers are our first love. They are our first love, first ones we see when we came out of that womb, man. So again, happy Mother's Day. The brothers, each of the brothers, and give the mothers a big happy Mother's Day. We're gonna start off with the champ, the dog.
I just want to say, for those of you that has a living mother out there, call your mother, go see your mother. Which one you're going to do, it don't matter. Just reach out to your mother, tell you how much you love her, how much she done for you, how much you appreciate it. And just spend time with your mother. Happy Mother's Day to all mothers, because you deserve it. Happy Mother's Day from the dog.
Yes, sir. Rockstar Rock.
Well, just to piggyback on it, 6 years ago, my mom passed away from cancer. So, every year on Mother's Day, it gets to me. But, I would like to say shout out to my children's mothers, my children's mothers. They do one hell of a job taking care of my kids. And you know, tomorrow is their day, and I'm appreciative to have them.
Yeah, man. No doubt. Rockstar
Yeah, that's
Rob.
right.
And Mr. Episode.
A happy Mother's Day to my mom, Marlene. I thank you and I love you. I wouldn't be named Marcus if it wasn't for her obsession with Marcus Allen back in the day. She was the first person who really got me into sports, her being a big Cowboys fan and all that. So I appreciate her and I thank her for always loving me and always being there for me and always making me feel like there was literally nothing in this world I couldn't do if I worked hard enough at it and if I had a high standard of excellence set for myself. So I appreciate my mom and I love her dearly. Can't wait to see her soon.
That's right, baby. And again, man, I want to
Right,
say
right.
happy Mother's Day to my mother as well. Happy Mother's Day to my sister-in-law, my sister, both of my sister-in-laws, my sister, to my wife. She out there in the garden. she out there in the garden. Hey, happy Mother's Day. She out there, she outside in the garden though. Due to the game, say happy Mother's Day to all, no doubt. Happy Mother's Day to your wife too, due to the game. Happy Mother's Day.
Yes, sir.
Happy Mother's Day to everybody out there in the world that's watching the Real Sports Podcast. Again, man, we appreciate you guys, man. You guys are awesome, and we love each and every last one of y'all that come here each and every Saturday to watch these guys. Not me. I'm talking about these guys right here do what they do. Check us out. Check out Young Mark next Thursday. He'll be bringing the latest news in the UFL and a little bit of arena football.
Yeah, we got it. Keep getting worse. So
okay, so we got UFL and we got some arena football, man. So you guys come on back, man. Check out Young Mark, man. He work hard, man. You guys check him out Thursday. Yes, sir.
And don't forget, Q-Dogg. I know you beat me, but I got one favor to ask you, bro. 4 o'clock. Turn on the Fox. It's gonna be a prime time steakhouse game. The undefeated Stallions, the 5-1 Battlehawks, AJ McCarron, Skip Holtz is gonna be a good one. Get you a good meal, get you a good drink, and enjoy some high quality football on a Saturday.
Yes, sir. And you guys come on back, man. Check out Young Mark on Thursday, man, at 7 p.m. live on YouTube. And we will be back next Saturday with more NFL and NBA news. And if everything hopefully goes right, we plan on having the finals for the vacant Real to Sports NBA Trivia Championship. And we will have Rockstar Rock take on Triggerman Justin. So come on back and check us out, man. And again, check out Young Mark this Thursday. Come see who will walk away next Saturday with that coveted NBA Trivia Championship. Until then, everybody around the world and the crew, my guys right here, man, everybody, again, happy Mother's Day. And then please be safe. And when you be safe, make sure you stay safe. And we're the Sports Podcast. We out.